Perhaps more than anyone here today, Lane Judson has a very personal sense of accomplishment to see this center open, to bring justice to other women who are living in the most difficult circumstances. Even when it seemed like a monumental task, and all in the face of such profound tragedy that it impacted his entire family and our entire community, he persevered. He wanted to see the community come together like never before, to rise up and realize a good thing in the wake of such sadness. He wanted a better way for the community to provide safety, security, and help, something his own daughter did not have. We hope this center honors her memory. Please welcome Lane Judson.
Thank you, Rick. Boy, this is quite a day, one that I think everyone here can attest to, that everything that's been said, we have to stop domestic violence, and we're going to do that. I'll probably cover a few things that congressmen and senators have already talked about, but I'd like to touch on 4 areas just to kind of let you know where I'm coming from and my thoughts. So to start with, I'd like to say that out of a tragedy that was devastating to 2 families, you hope that something good can evolve and is positive, and it has, as you can see from this center here. Although this is a solemn day for some of us, it's also a day that we have to be thankful and happy and reflect on what has happened and know that our collective efforts will ensure others will know what services are available and have one location they can seek support and care from domestic violence. We began by our journey by making a promise and looking for answers and results as a simple goal to honor our daughter, Crystal Judson, a loving mother and a cherished sister. However, what we found was an outpouring of community support that grew into a task force that involved more than 70 highly trained professionals, domestic violence advocates, state legislators, and law enforcement personnel who drafted and eventually passed a new law, State Bill 6161, in March of 2004 that took the first step of addressing law enforcement domestic violence statewide. Thank you to all who made this step happen. County and city officials here today worked extremely hard to combine their efforts into a one-stop location where victims of domestic violence can seek support. And today marks the grand opening of such a unique center that will help all those in need of services find them in one place. Susan Adams, the director, has put together a very dedicated team that will do all they can to assist those who come for help. Citizens of Pierce County and Tacoma should be very proud of their vision, their wisdom, and the funding to open such a facility. Thank you for your dedication to South Puget Sound citizens. To our members of Congress, we applaud and thank you for the federal funds allocated to the Crystal Judson Family Justice Center. Senator Cantwell, you were the first to approach the city and county and ask how you could help seek necessary funds to enable this center to open as expeditiously as possible. Your office also made it a priority to ensure our family was comfortable with the progress of this project, the process of opening, and ultimately the naming of this center. Your thoughtful support and our numerous discussions resulted in all parties agreeing to name this center in honor of our daughter, Crystal, and even the logo that will forever adorn this important pillar in our community. Senator Cantwell, we are pleased you could be here today. Thank you. To Congressman Norm Dix. As a senior member of our delegation, we know it was your leadership and clout in a House that made this funding become a reality. We cannot thank you enough for your attention and leadership to ensure that this funding was available. To Congressman Dave Reichert, We want to thank you for your support, your personal phone calls, and sharing with me and my wife, Patty, of some of the experiences you've had with domestic violence. We also thank you for the phone calls and the signing of a couple of books that you've done for our grandchildren, Haley and David, and we appreciate it. Thank you ever so much. Those will be treasures that we'll just behold. To Congressman Jay Inslee, back out here, we just like to say that the phone calls from your office, it started in December of 2004, a little over a year ago, and continuing through mid-December of 2005, gave us the strength and the courage to work closely with you and Beth Osborne of your staff, who has just been exceptional to work with. Your speech on the House floor, December 17th, 2005, will forever be a memory. Thank you so much. We also want to extend our thanks to Paul Rivera and his law firm for their efforts over the last number of years on our family's behalf. Mr. Rivera is out here. Your care and understanding of the magnitude of Crystal's loss to us and to our community was remarkable. You helped ensure this center would be named after our daughter as part of the settlement agreement. You also creatively created a settlement that will allow depositions of those who did not participate in the investigations to continue until all facets of this tragedy are known, examined, and ultimately not repeated. Your efforts to ensure the naming of the center as the Crystal Judson Family Justice Center would be a priority, and that a full understanding of this tragedy would be shared keeps Crystal's memory alive and attests to how deadly domestic violence can be. We are confident that had such a center been available at the time she needed one, she would have used it to its full extent. Thank you, Mr. Rivera, and your staff for what you have done for the family. To the thousands of people supporting us statewide as well as other states in our quest to get a national domestic violence policy in place, your efforts have had a tremendous payback. The Crystal Judson Brame Domestic Violence Protocol Program was passed by our United States Senate and House of Representatives on December 16th and 17th, 2005. This was an early holiday present for all citizens of the entire United States. Again, to Senator Cantwell and our members of Congress here today, your diligence and tenacity to fulfill a promise we made to our daughter and others like her in these United States has become a reality. With the opening of this remarkable full-service domestic violence center and the passing of the Crystal Judson Brame Domestic Violence Protocol Program, thank you from the bottoms of our hearts.
Well done.
I know it's pouring.